So in the last couple of years, UFOs have been all over the news. Whether that's on Instagram, TikTok, CNN, Fox, or Personal Encounter, they've been everywhere. So I figured this would be a great opportunity to share my own stories with UFOs. Before we look at any of the videos I've taken or any of the stories that I have from my own personal experiences, I'd like to show a few clips first to set the context.
On, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. It is an LNS, dude.
As you can see in those clips, people are obviously seeing stuff. I have my own story, so let's get into it. My first UFO encounter, I want to take you back to a breathtaking mountain ridge in Southern California. So this was a few days after I completed a really hard 22-mile trek through the mountains. And I had just returned to gather some of my stuff that I lost. The trip was kind of brutal. There was a lot of winds. The gusts were up to 60 miles per hour. I lost my favorite bandana, so I actually drove my truck back up through the mountains to go find it.
Cold, like 6,000 feet up, and it decided to start snowing. Take the jacket off and repurpose it into a hood. Stay warm. They're almost there though. Woo!
Little did I know, this trip would lead to an unforgettable experience. As I stood on that mountain ridge, I noticed something very peculiar up in the sky. It was a silver object that appeared, disappeared, and appeared in different locations. And it was absolutely a mesmerizing sight. And the object was unlike anything I've ever seen before. So quickly grabbed my camera, started filming, and this is that video. The sighting really left me with mixed emotions. You know, on one hand, I was really excited to catch such a unique phenomenon on film. On the other hand, I couldn't shake off this feeling of unease, and my body felt sick afterwards, almost as if I was reacting to the experience. So this encounter was just the beginning of my personal experience with UFOs. Now let's dive into another one which takes place at a completely different location. In my second UFO encounter, the setting takes us to a late night basketball session in my church parking lot. And you know, it was a seemingly ordinary evening, but little did I know something extraordinary was about to unfold. So as I was focused on shooting hoops, my attention was suddenly drawn to a magnificent sight in the sky. I just remember seeing something blue out of the corner of my eye. I looked up, I glanced at it, and what it was a great big blue ball of fire, slowly drifting across the night sky. It seemed to be unusually large, it seemed to be remarkably close to the ground. Not only did I witness this extraordinary event, but it was also captured on camera by a door camera about 200 miles away.
All right, look at this really closely. Look right there, yeah.
Wow.
Yes, some people spotted a meteor overnight. This was in the northern suburbs, Riverwoods.
Although the event was commonly reported as a meteor, I couldn't help but shake off the feeling that there might be more to this phenomenon. The close proximity of the object and mesmerizing blue ball of fire just really left me questioning its true nature. Just gonna quickly take you back to the spot. It's playing about right here, and I looked up that way towards the moon, and that's where I saw the encounter. Now that I've shared my second encounter, let's dive into another one. For my third UFO encounter, we find ourselves deep in the woods in the country, surrounded by some of my friends. You know, we're up to a little nighttime mischief and we're having a good time. But little did we know that this adventure would lead to such a unique sighting, and really one that would reaffirm my belief of the UFO phenomena. But don't just take my word for it, because I got the man himself, Matt, to send me a video of his side of the story. One particular night, my friends and I decided to indulge in some tree cutting shenanigans. Late at night in the woods, and my friend Matt and I, we were facing east, and my friend Dom was facing west. As we carried on with our antics, our attention was abruptly captured by a remarkable sight in the sky. Out in the distance, two green orbs materialized. They were swirling, they were dancing, and they did this for about 10 seconds before they dropped down and just vanished. It was such a weird thing to see. Normally something like that you could dismiss, or you could say, well, it's a natural phenomenon, which it could be, or it's just this or that. It could be an airplane, but it gave us a really uneasy feeling. You know, you wouldn't think standing out there in the woods, in a field near the woods, seeing something a couple miles miles down the road would make you feel scared. But Matt and I were done. We were absolutely done. We went back in the house and we were kind of freaked out for the rest of the night, despite the fact what we saw were 2 green orbs. It didn't seem like much. Now, this is the type of story that I wouldn't share if I didn't have somebody with me as a witness, and that's just because I would have chalked it up to my imagination or something that isn't real. But having Matt there as a witness really confirmed everything that I saw that night, and what it was, that'll be left up to our imagination.
So the only experience I've had was one time. This was like 5-6 years back. I was with my friend Zach and Dominic at the time. We're at Zach's uncle's house. It was at night. We're on the field working. And then all of a sudden we just see these like 3 or 4 green orbs fall down. It might have been 2. I might be wrong. But it was at night and it was kind of in the distance, but wasn't super far away. And we were like, what is that? We didn't know what it was at all. And we still don't know what it is to this day. And I don't know what I've seen other videos of people posting online. They said they've seen something similar like that, and it wasn't like around July 4th or nothing, so it wasn't no fireworks or nothing anyone was putting out. So I really don't know what it was this day, and that's really my only experience I've ever had.
In my 4th UFO encounter, we find ourselves back out west, near the southern border wall. And this takes place around the same time frame as my first story did. It's an early morning routine. We have all the safety guys out there, and my friend Mike and I were just stretching. Getting ready for the day. It's about 5:30 in the morning. The lights just coming up the horizon a little bit, so you're in that weird space where there's darkness, there's a light, and it kind of blends in together. So as we carried out our morning stretches, our gaze kind of shifted towards the vast expanse of the sky, and particularly where the mountain meets the horizon. And in that fleeting moment, we were taken back by 2 green streaks darting across the sky, just a little bit over the mountain and where the horizon enter. The streaks resembled the vibrant glow of lightsabers, leaving us momentarily confused yet captivated. The sighting was brief, but it did leave an inedible impression on us. Now that we've explored my 4th encounter, let's move forward to the final story. An encounter that intertwines with an intriguing video I found online. For my 5th and final UFO encounter, we venture into the depths of a secluded country road, winding through a dense forest where a mysterious sighting unfolded before my eyes. It's a late night drive. I'm going through the woods down this country road, and out around the bend, there's a lake that's just nestled in the woods. And it's fall, so there's no leaves on the trees. You can kind of get a look through the woods, and you can see the lake shimmering under the moonlight. So is that moment that I was looking at the lake and just watching the water shimmer. Something materialized about 100 yards above the lake, and this something was a great white ball that looked like a ball of lightning. And as I watched it, it slowly lowered, and then disappeared into the lake. I would like to draw your attention to a video I found online that captures this phenomenon. It's believed to be known as something called ball lightning. So the sight of the great white ball of light descending in the lake. It really just left me with awe and wonderment. With the recounting of my 5 UFO encounters, each unique and perplexing in its own way. I hope to shed light on the inexplicable and extraordinary nature of these phenomena. The experience I've shared demonstrate the diverse settings, observations, and emotions that accompany encounters with the unknown. Throughout this video, I've shared my experience with personal encounters of unidentified flying objects, and have deepened my appreciation for the wonders of the universe. As a person of faith, I find solace in my Catholic beliefs, and I recognize God as the creator of everything in the universe, including the phenomena which I've described. Yet, I want to emphasize that not every sighting I've shared must be attributed to extraterrestrial phenomena or must defy explanation. Rather, I approach these encounters with humility, acknowledging that there are phenomena beyond our current understanding. I remain open to all possibilities and invite you, viewers, to share your thoughts and perspectives. Faith and exploration can coexist harmoniously. By embracing the mysteries of the universe, we can deepen our reverence for God's boundless creativity and the intricate tapestry of His creation. Our journey of curiosity is an invitation to witness to the awe-inspiring wonders that lie beyond our everyday perception. So I encourage you guys to engage in respectful, open-minded conversation in the comment section. I would like to hear what you guys think, whether that's from the Christian perspective, the atheist perspective, or someone who's just infatuated by UFOs. I would love to hear your thoughts, your opinions on what you think these are, what you think I saw, and what you think some of the things you saw have been. So I just ask you, leave a comment, tell me what you think, tell me about your experiences, and if you can, you'd be so kind to, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, or share it with someone who you might think would find this video interesting. That's gonna have to do it. Thank you so much for watching, and keep your eyes in the sky.